Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, Rovi, and mscribe. And today, we got ETHscriptions for you.
Dude.
Finally, right? This is, we did a video on ETHscriptions.
Probably a month ago or so, whenever it was
At least a month ago, yeah.
It's first, like, you know, whimpering through the cracks. It's like, oh, yeah, look at these Ethereum guys, dude, copying ordinals and stuff, dude. Like, you know.
This is pre-bitmap, right?
Definitely pre-bitmap, yeah.
Okay.
Right, so Ordinals was enjoying like its time in the shine,
In
right?
the sun, yeah.
In the sun, yeah. BRC20s were going, they're exploding in value. Eventually, they hit like $1 billion market cap.
Yeah.
What seemed like literally felt like overnight, but it was actually a couple weeks in the making. But then quickly after that, you know, the Ethereum boys came up with their own, like, you know, protocol proposition for something similar, right? It's like, how do we do digital artifacts on our chain, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hence, ETHscriptions were born. So, but back in that first video we made, dude, it was like a fucking...
Yeah,
it was like nothing.
It was literally nothing.
No marketplaces, maybe like 1 or 2 tools to actually ETHscribe.
Yeah.
And that was about it, dude. So let's see what's evolved since then.
So this guy, Virtual Alaska, he says shitcoin season has started on ETHscriptions. Says daily new ETHscriptions 108,000.
Yeah, you're gonna see. Okay, as we progress through these like tabs and like this exploration, you're gonna, if you were around during the early days of, you know, ordinal season, you're gonna notice a lot of parallels.
Yes,
right? Like these like Dune dashboards and shit. It reminds you a lot of like very like early ordinal days. You know?
Yeah, that's bullish, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
I would think so.
All right, here's a tweet by Adrian Dittman. ETHscriptions have finally hit 1 million mark.
Yeah, so we crossed that human mental barrier.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one. That's what got our attention.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's going to get a lot of other people's attention too.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So what the hell are ETHscriptions, I-Man? So apparently it leverages a piece of the existing component and infrastructure of Ethereum in order to enable ETHscriptions.
So do we know who the actual founder is? Like who thought of this?
So his name is Tom Lehman. I have his tweet right here, his Twitter account.
He's the co-founder of Genius.com.
Yeah, ETHscription Protocol Discoverer.
What is Genius.com, dude?
Genius.com. I think it's like I guess they have a bunch of articles and
music,
charts.
That's interesting. Oh, I think I do know what Genius. Yeah, they make like YouTube videos. Okay, so it's music focused.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. You wouldn't expect that to like spin off into Web3, but I guess I don't know. This guy found like something interesting. He's like, you know what? I want to build something. So
the world's biggest collection of song lyrics and musical knowledge.
Yeah.
Dude, what a pivot.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. You go from that to like, you know what? I just feel like, you know, doing digital artifacts on Ethereum, dude. Just feel like it. You know?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So we have Casey Rodimer and we have, what's this guy's name again? Middle March.
Well, his real name is Tom Lehman.
Okay, right on, dude. Good job, Tom Lehman. You, but see, that's the thing. He didn't really like invent like the way Casey Rodimer invented the ordinals.
Correct. He did not. Yeah. But he figured out a way to emulate whatever is happening on ordinals on Bitcoin on Ethereum.
Right on.
So I believe this article is pretty old because it says it has 130,000 ETHscriptions. So June 17th. It's not even 2 months old, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk about the alpha here.
Yeah. Early days. Like I said, you're going to notice a lot. We said the same things about when we were first talking about ordinals. Like, man, these are early days.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It's funny. We say early days, like 2 months is like, it's nothing.
Yeah. It is nothing.
Yeah, even 6 months is nothing, but look at us on ordinals. All right, so ETHscriptions operate on Ethereum platform in the following manner. An ETHscription is created whenever an Ethereum transaction is successful, and its input data, interpreted as UTF-8, forms a valid data URI. What in the hell is a URI, man?
Yes, please. Help me.
A URI is a uniform resource identifier. It is a string of characters used to identify a resource on the internet, such as a web page or a file. Ethereum, on the other hand, is a decentralized blockchain platform that enables the creation of execution of smart contracts, blah, blah, blah. So it leverages an ID system. Remember, that sounds very similar to the ordinals theory, which is an ID system.
Right.
And the URI must be unique, meaning duplicate content is disregarded. ETHscriptions support all valid meme types.
Mime types? I think mime.
Mime.
Yeah.
The URI's uniqueness is guaranteed by ensuring that no prior block or transaction within the same block has identical content as the ETHscription. So the input data of the Ethereum transaction can also serve as a valid ETHscription transfer, as long as the data in the transaction hash of the valid ETHscription and the sender of the transaction is the rightful owner of the ETHscription. So when an ETHscription is created, the recipient becomes the initial owner, while the sender is designated as the ETHscription's creator.
Okay.
Okay. So it's very basic. It's the same thing and the only thing that's supported right now is images. But you upload an image, it gives you basically a URI, which is an identifier, and it's officially an ETHscription asset. All right.
Well, images were supported back when this article was written, right? Because there's more than images, right?
Oh, correct. Yeah. So, there's more.
Which we're gonna show you guys in a second.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things morphing here before our eyes.
Okay, so we'll talk about what he's got coming on next.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about URI. So here's the first marketplace that we're going to talk about today. So it's ethscriptions.com. Here's the collections, and just take a look at how many holders we have here: 65, 1,200, 30, 898.
Yeah.
So it's very small. Total sales, very small numbers.
Yeah, this is definitely very small. Like this is as hyper
hyper small as possible.
Yeah, it's hard to even like slap a label on this. It's like the stage that I guess we're kind of like analyzing the Inscription ecosystem at this point is smaller than when we were like analyzing like Ordinals and BRC20 and stuff like that. Once we actually like heavily got into it, right?
Yeah.
There's a little bit more of like indication, like there's some momentum building there, right? I mean,
yeah, I think what gravitated us to Ordinals pretty quickly was the fact that it was happening on Bitcoin.
Right.
Right. Because things happen on Ethereum like on a regular basis.
That's true. But the fact that like this ethos that Ordinals started, right? The community, the whatever, it's spilling off into like you know, other chains. And we kind of like expected that to happen just because it's a whole new narrative, right?
Yeah, correct.
This space, this Web3 space, we're addicts to new narratives, right?
Yes.
We're always seeking like the next big thing.
Yeah.
So this whole like digital artifact like realm seems like it's going to become like a viral component to like Web3's future.
Yeah, 100%. Right?
Now, why?
Yeah, because we're going back to the primitives. So that's the question. Is like, why?
Yeah, why? Yeah, because like
I think it's because it's just a new narrative.
But there's got to be more than just that. It's got to be like there's some kind of like innate value property to like you're dumbing down like the protocol standard to something much more like rudimentary, I guess.
Well, I guess I know where you're going. It's the fact that it's data embedded into the blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
a little bit more of like a DMT, like leveraging like, you know, on-chain information to create new value, right? Mm-hmm. That is like something that is permeating throughout this space. Like, dude, like people are just naturally starting to gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, you know, creating artificial value out of like nothing, no real source information, right?
Right.
And yeah, like, and also it feels like these assets, these digital assets, they're kind of like bringing them closer in to like the core of what it is, like the chain mechanism itself and all that activity within it. It feels like a layer within the layer 1. Like this is like layer 0.5 or something.
Layer 0 as a
yeah, something like that. Or layer 1.5. I don't know. I like it. I like that this is spreading.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. We'll see how far this goes.
Yeah, and so we have collections. There's docs here, so I guess
docs are always good.
Yeah, if you want to learn a little bit more about everything that's going on with this ecosystem. So let's take a look at this other marketplace. So this one's called Ordex.ai. All inscriptions, all chains, one platform.
Nice. So this platform's going for it all.
Yeah,
literally. So I bet you they're already like expecting. You know, this is going to become a multi-chain phenomenon, right? Right now it's Bitcoin and Ethereum, but Solana is going to be next.
Yeah.
You know, Avalanche, Binance. At some point, we're going to have inscriptions everywhere.
Yeah. Recently listed. Look at this. Our open source initiatives. So they got a GitHub. Okay, so this is looking really good. This is really well developed.
Yeah, maybe we'll do like a full in deep dive on this soon.
Check out their Twitter account.
Okay.
1,500. That's interesting.
Yeah, dude. We're early, dude.
Inscription marketplaces and API provider for ETHscriptions and Bitcoin Ordinals.
My guys, dude.
Dude, look at that. Okay. All right, another marketplace. Here's another topic of discussion. We got ERC. Wait, it's called ERC20s.
Yeah, it's basically like their inscription token standard, right? So it's a mirror to BRC20s, right? You're gonna generate these with like a JSON
structures, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
so let's take a look at the first one, the one with the highest market cap. So it's called ETHs 0.308 is a floor price. Unit price is 56 cents.
Some decent volume happening on this sector, this side of the ETHscription for sure.
62 ETH volume compared to everything else, like dust.
Right. Absolute dust, I would call that. So really, it's just there's one token here. I mean, it reminds me again, like, you know, early on for BRC20s, really Ordi was the token that like was really sought after.
Yeah,
because it was first.
Yeah,
and then some meme tokens started to emerge. You know, they started to have some presence on Twitter. You know, like actually, like meme token was like number 2.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys can recall these days, and then obviously BitGod launched his 0xBT.
Mm-hmm.
Like that got a lot of traction, and then before you know it, you know, there's just some pizzas out there, and like, you know, and then some actual fundamental value projects started to emerge, like Track and Oshi.
Yeah,
you know, Orpo, and these guys are trying to like deliver something of substance, but.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the point. Right now, we're at like a phase where none of that even exists on this market. It's just like an open canvas for somebody to step forward and, you know, make some new value.
Yeah, look at that. Someone
already
described in X.
Right. So this is interesting, man. Like, yeah, we're going to have to keep our eyes on this.
Yeah, we got to be careful too, right? There's another equivalent ETHs here.
Ooh.
Oh, but this is a BRC20.
Oh, yeah. So that's right. They're tracking both of them, huh?
Yeah, this one says ESC, and this one says ERC.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, maybe this is the right time to put out the disclaimer.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, do not buy any of this stuff. No matter what you're looking at here, just don't do it.
No matter what, like your gut and like, you know, your plums are telling you to do.
Did you know that we're more than just a YouTube channel? We also built mscribe, the first inscription platform built from the ground up for the metaverse on Bitcoin. Connect your bitmap ordinals and use our tools to bring your community into the virtual realm. Support us by joining the movement at mscribe.io. Like, comment, and subscribe for the latest alpha. Back to the video.
Remember, this is purely for entertainment value, dude.
Yeah.
Purely. Oh, what is this? A launch pad.
Helps projects to launch a project and helps quality projects to develop better and faster.
ETH Lab.
So it's already ended. Etch market.
Pass.
Interesting.
This reminds me of like Binance. Remember, like early ICOs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is cool.
Yeah, remember Matic on Binance?
Yeah. So what was the name of that? Etch market.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're doing the thing for sure. That's it's impressive what's happening.
Yeah. So
it's only been a couple months, dude.
Yeah, just less than 2 months.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking at a random, I guess it's called ETHs Maxi V1.
Yeah, just to kind of get a look at what it is you're purchasing.
Yeah.
Right? If you do decide to acquire one of these for entertainment purposes, like, dude, this is it. You've ETHscribed, or somebody has ETHscribed this collection. You know, it's basically the same thing we've been doing on Ordinals, right?
Yeah.
But it's all about this narrative, dude. Like, will the Ethereum community like hop on board on this, and you know, the broader digital collector community, will they see value in this new sector?
Right.
That's really the question at hand here.
Yeah, I wanted to note one last thing. Is the market cap for the highest token here is 12 million.
Yeah, I mean, that's not nothing.
Yeah, when we found BRC20s,
Ordi was like at 7 million or something.
Yeah.
It was a baby.
Yeah, the total market cap at the time was like 23 or 28 million. This is like 14 million.
Yeah, so I mean, this is as high risk of an entertainment experience as you can come across, you know. So But it's just exciting to see, like I said, the narrative of digital artifacts, and at least the attempt spilling through, right?
Yeah. So what's next, man?
Oh yeah. Like, where are we in Ordinals, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're like in a space where let's build a virtual machine or some sort of new like a process so where we can implement more functionality and robustness to these ecosystems, right?
Yeah. So we just did an interview with one of the Oshi team members, the Ord, and they were explaining their boss ecosystem.
Yeah,
and it's sort of like a virtual machine, but not really. And you'll see on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But Tom here is introducing the ETHscriptions virtual machine. It enhances the functionality of the ETHscriptions protocol by enabling ETHscriptions to function as computer commands in addition to digital artifacts. So we read this whole thing, and it's very similar to BOSS.
Yeah.
Basically, you ETHscribe some commands in JSON format, and then you can use those commands in this virtual machine to actually build an application.
Correct. So they're leveraging the blockchain of Ethereum in the same way like the Ordinals space is already like headed towards, where the blockchain becomes like an actual like computational storage point where you can just embed as much functionality as you need, and then having like an outside mechanism to call on it.
Yeah. And what are the names of these contracts?
Stupid contracts, dude.
They're dumb contracts. The ESC VM accepts two commands: deploy, which creates a new dumb contract, and call, which calls a state-changing function on an existing dumb contract. So you want to state change a contract, submit a new JSON structure, and then there it is.
Correct. Yeah, like I said, it's very similar to what's being cooked up on Ordinals. So, but the good news here is there's a prototype somewhere down here, like an actual link to a test.
Yeah, so check it out here, Gorelli, and there's a tutorial for creating and using a DEX liquidity pool dump contract. You can also check out the full write-up on Gitbook.
Yeah, see, this is what's interesting about, like, I guess now there's a little bit of a competition forming here between, I don't know about competition is the right word, but there's definitely a dual side. Yeah,
ecosystem development.
Right, you got the Ethereum and the Bitcoin developer ecosystem, right? So who would you give, like, the edge to as far as... Who would you expect out of the two to kind of like...
basically, who has the most developers?
Basically.
Ethereum.
Ethereum has always been known to be the ecosystem with the most developer like talent.
Yeah.
Because of its, its tremendous lead, 7-year lead on like being like the de facto...
programming blockchain.
Correct. Yeah, so now they're developing this new layer within it. And I would imagine if they could attract some of those seasoned veteran, smart contract developers to start building, infrastructure for this. Like, I could see this accelerating pretty fast.
Yeah. So this was on August 7th. So this is a few days ago that he released this.
Yeah.
So this is like brand new stuff. So I think that's it. I mean, ETHscriptions blowing up 1 million ETHscriptions.
Yeah. This is definitely something we're gonna have to keep our eye on. Because obviously, I still think Ordinals has more juice to it, just because it's Bitcoin, dude.
Yeah, it's 2x Ethereum at least, 2.5x.
It's Bitcoin, dude, and like this is the first time this type of like digital value mechanism, like this builder economy has kind of like emerged on Bitcoin, right? So like this is all new.
Yeah.
So like this is gonna have to compete against like what already is happening.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if you're an Ethereum developer, you can use a smart contract to develop whatever it is, or you use a dumb contract.
Right.
And it's like, it just makes sense to use a smart contract if you're trying to do something with a lot of functionality.
Especially if you're trying to do something that's targeted more towards like an actual mainstream user.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So this is gonna, I think, develop into a much more like niche sector for.
That's right.
Who knows?
That's what I was going at. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you predict?
It was like degens.
Degens and who knows, like hard
entertainment seekers.
That's right. Hard asset collectors, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that covers everything. We're looking at how Ethereum has been crabbing for basically a year.
Yeah. Well, with all this though, dude, crab no more. We're on our way.
Yeah. That's it. If you guys find anything that you want us to talk about, definitely let us know in the comment section below. We answer every single comment. And make sure you follow us on Twitter, on all our social channels. There's a lot of them, and I appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.